How do you analyze internet fraud? Let's look under the hood to discover how our services work and how they can be enhanced when collaborating with authorities. Leaving out anything specific to our approach, let's see how online fraud experts would analyze something suspicious. Whether he realizes it or not, he will always take the following steps. At first, he will gather data. Data is the foundation of all analysis. In our case, 4 types. Testimony from prior users, technical data from various sources, third-party data from specialist vendors, and at last, data that is specific to the context, who is targeted and how. Then he will perform data scrubbing to keep the parts that are relevant and reliable enough to be used to extract interesting features. When linking features together, he will often recognize patterns. Finally, he will classify analyzed data and establish the degree of confidence for this classification. Heretic works in 2 phases, a learning phase and an analysis phase. In the learning phase, we process some well-qualified data to teach our services to identify fraudsters' patterns. We separate the best qualified data collected from the community into 2 lists, a whitelist and a blacklist. For each of the digital entities in those lists, we request the related technical and third-party data from our sources. We obtain lists of features associated with good and bad digital entities. And with machine learning, we then get what we want, the specific patterns relating to good or bad entities. Our digital brain is now trained and ready. A user wants to analyze a website or an email with our services. He queries our servers remotely with our API. The service gathers the related data and extracts the relevant features. And finally, identifies the potential patterns associated to those features, thanks to our machine learning. Let's now imagine we get additional data from authorities. Our learning process would remain the same, but would be dramatically enhanced thanks to qualified testimonies complementing those already gathered, and why not, additional authority-specific information complementing our third-party data. So, by sharing data with authorities, we get more accurate analysis, more patterns identified, more people protected, and perhaps even tailor-made services for authorities.